From Wayward Social in Marshalltown, this is Bobcat Live.
Welcome into Bobcat Live. Great to have you along tonight. That's right. We got Keith Stewart in the crowd. He's leading the charge, clapping wise, here for the boys bowling program. Joining us first here tonight, Nathan Clark, head coach. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. And also Jaden Beachley on with us as well tonight. Our athlete of the week this week, and first ever we've done this on Bobcat Live. Give the gift certificate, $25 to OPA is all yours. You had a great week last week. Tell me a little bit about it against Mason City and Des Moines East. You were rolling them pretty good last week.
Yeah, I just found a line that worked, and it just kept getting strikes. It's a lot of luck, but a little bit of skill, in my opinion.
You're not giving enough credit to yourself. When you're feeling it and you're hitting the spots and everything's kind of coming together, how good of a feeling is that for you?
It's really enjoyable. It makes me want to continue and try to get better so I can eventually get a 300. This is like the third week in a row I've been like 1 or 2 frames off, and it kind of sucks, but it's also I've been getting good scores. So
yeah, and it's probably keeping you driving, hungry to keep after it, right? What's kind of the big thing in practice you're constantly working at to try to get that 300?
Consistency in just the way I throw the ball, the approach, my target, just consistency in general, because I kind of struggle with that.
Yeah.
And that's generally why I end up throwing something that's not a strike. Yeah.
Nathan, what's it been like to coach Jaden and see him progress?
Oh, it's been very easy recently. Sit back and watch strikes.
Well, first ever time we've given away our athlete of the week as well. T-shirt is all yours. You got to hold that up for the camera. And also, we've got a tumbler, thanks to Adlin Engraving and Screen Print as well. So you can show that off to everybody at practice, all right?
Okay.
Your 5'11 ranks 19th on your high series in the state right now. So I imagine you have to kind of be feeling good about where you're at, but also as a team. You guys off to a really hot start, 7-1. It's Waterloo East who you're chasing. You know, they're up there at the top of the conference, and they got you the first time around. So What's kind of your focus as a team-wise to finish out the rest of the regular season real strong?
I kind of said this at the beginning of the year, but it's just attitude.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest thing is about bowling is mentality. If you think you're not going to strike, you're not going to strike. If you get down on yourself and just keep beating yourself down, you're not going to improve.
Mm-hmm.
I've done this before where I get in a rut and I'm like, okay, things aren't working. Why aren't they working? They should be working. And it's just a little outside help that'll help.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How long have you been bowling? I can't remember if I've ever asked you that or not. But
since I was like 5.
Okay. All right.
So
all right.
10 plus years.
I know there's a lot of youth things that go on here in the community. Were you involved, as far as like maybe AAU bowling and different things like that?
So I've done league through Glabrook until about COVID when it shut down, and then I came over to here. I've had great times at both lanes, and it's been amazing. I've done state through both lanes, league state and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. How do you feel like that's kind of helped maybe some of the guys on the roster as far as getting started early and developing good habits and things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. It helps us tremendously when they come in as freshmen. So we don't have to waste those first couple years getting them to the standard that we have here on this program. So
yeah. What's your make of the season so far? Like I mentioned, 7-1, bowling pretty good. This time of year, I'm sure that's what you want is you're not having to coach a lot. It's out there just making sure you kind of maintain it, right?
It's just keeping attitudes positive, and obviously I'm still coaching, but I mean, it's not as in detail as previous years.
Mm-hmm.
But this team's awesome. We have the highest average per tournament in our conference. Knocked off Lincoln, who was undefeated in the conference just this last week. We got 4 kids, I think, that have all shot 500 or higher at one point this season.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We shot a 3450 at Fort Dodge, which is like 2 spares off from our program record. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Wow.
A lot of positives this year.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing that I was reading today that MCC is adding bowling programs, men's and women's, and they mentioned in their story that the success of the Marshalltown high school bowling programs makes it kind of an easy decision for them to be able to establish that. What's that kind of mean to you to know that people recognize the success in the community?
It's awesome. I mean, the support from the community is why we are where we are. Without the support from Terry here at Wayward and just all the fans that come out, we wouldn't even have this program. So
yeah,
it's pretty huge.
Yeah, having the backing of like Terry and Wayward Social, what's that mean to the program? Because I mean, it's practices and all those kind of things. It almost seems like maybe you don't even have to worry about that kind of stuff, right?
No, they've given us complete freedom. Like, we're here at 6 a.m., so like we have the whole bowling alley to ourselves. So it's pretty awesome. We get our own space and our own environment. It's good. I like it.
I got to know, is Terry here to let you in at 6?
No.
Or
I'm sure we could arrange something.
I figured that might be a little early to get Terry in here, but I know he's been passionate about not only the youth and stuff like that, but continuing it for I know you bowl still and things like that, being able to continue it as I associate bowling a lot like golf. It's something you can do for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What's it kind of meant to you in your life and built friendships and things like that through bowling?
Yeah, absolutely. Like most of the tournaments some of the tournaments we go to are because of those connections I made during college when I bowled in college. Mm-hmm. 2 of my best friends are coaches at Keokuk, so that's why we went to Muscatine, because it's really close to them and I get to see them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool.
And plus, it's really good. They're all really good teams over that way. So
yeah,
it's beneficial to us too. So
yeah. All right. So with MCC adding bowling, I was just thinking of this. They're adding bowling as a new program. What's like some of the premier bowling schools out there in your mind?
In Iowa, probably. I mean, it's different. St. Ambrose is probably the one. Mm-hmm. Hawkeye is pretty good. I mean, every other team's up or down, depending on the season. So. Yeah,
that's cool. What's your thoughts on MCC adding bowling? Is that something maybe you want to be a part of, or think it's kind of cool to add to the community?
I think it's a great thing to add to the community, especially since we have a bowling alley we can use for it. Mm-hmm. I'm currently bouncing between MCC and Hawkeye. It kind of just depends on if I want to pay for housing if I want to find a new job when I go to Hawkeye, or stay here and continue what I've been doing.
Yeah. Well, you still got a little time, right? A few months. You don't have to rush into it, that is for sure. Jaden, thanks so much, and keep up the great work. Best of luck rest of the season, all right?
Thank you.
All right. Give it up, Nathan Clark, head coach as well. Coach, thanks for the time.
Yeah, anytime.
All right. We'll talk girls bowling when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Scooters Coffee in Marshalltown wishes you the happiest holidays and a wonderful start to the new year full of love, laughter, and coffee. Remember to fuel yourself through the busy days. Stop by Scooters Coffee in Marshalltown for your favorite seasonal drinks, classic go-tos, or a little treat just for you. Whether it's a warm latte, a sweet holiday-inspired drink, or a pick-me-up on a chilly day, Scooters has something to make your day brighter. Scooters Coffee in Marshalltown, keeping you energized, refreshed, and ready to enjoy every moment of the season.
Back in on Bobcat Live here in the dining room at Wayward Social. Great to have our great crowd on hand. We're talking MCC Esports as well as Bobcat Esports coming up in just a little bit. But we keep it with the bowling theme. Dustin Peterson, head coach, and Cam Thomas as well, bowler for the Marshalltown Bobcat Girls Bowling Program. All right, so you go to East Marshall. You're a Mustang. I saw the boys. Did you go to the basketball game? They lit it up 101 points. Did you go to that game?
Yeah.
That was pretty.
It was a good game.
I don't think I've ever seen a high school game get to 101 before, at least in my personal experience. So
they do a great job.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
All right.
They've been on a roll this season.
Yeah, for sure. They've been playing real well. Tell me a little bit about your season and your thoughts on how your bowling game is going for you.
My season, it's been up and down. Like, I'll have some good games and of course some bad games, but just recently at our last game this last Tuesday, I strained my right knee.
No.
So hopefully I'm able to bowl at the next meet.
Yeah.
So we're getting that looked at.
Is coach going to get you a brace or wrap
you
up?
Brace for a little bit.
Oh man, that's essential. I mean, it's all about the form in bowling. So.
Yeah.
That's definitely not great to hear, so we hope you bounce back. But I saw you bowled a series of 378. That's pretty impressive.
Ooh.
Is that a high for you?
I can't remember.
Coach?
For high school, it's got to be close. So I don't think it. I think she's probably at one higher than that.
One higher than that? Okay.
Pretty sure.
All right. Okay. But, I mean, you're rolling pretty good there, right? 378, that's nothing to...
Yeah, it was too bad on Tuesday also because she was rolling quite well. She had a 174 first game. I think then after like the second, third frame is when she got hurt, and we had to take a 36 for her. So that was pretty unfortunate, but just want to see her healthy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I know 2-7 this year, it's been a little bit of a struggle, but lately I was looking at some of your meets that you've had. Holy smokes, I mean, they've been nail biters. I mean, Ames wasn't much of a difference. Des Moines East, Mason City wasn't much. I mean, it's just right there. Is there just kind of one thing every match that seems like you're just right there on the edge of it?
Yeah, like a lot of times, I can't remember what meet it was, but I think as everybody bowled their best 2-game series that day, and then we kind of fell off in Bakers. Mm-hmm. And there's other times we've been really good at Bakers, but haven't quite had the games leading into it, or we don't have everybody bowling at that level at the same time. Mm-hmm. But everybody's moving in the right direction, and that's the most important part.
Well, and just seeing the improvement in focus, and I know you mentioned coming into the season you were looking for extra girls coming out and generating that interest for the girls team. So what's it been like to coach a little bit of a smaller group, but I'm sure a tight-knit group, right?
Well, I mean, the one nice thing about this team is we have 5 girls from 4 different schools.
Wow.
So they're not really I would say they don't hang out with each other at school. Mm-hmm. But when they're together, they're one team. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the really nice things. So yeah. And they're all 5 are great kids. So that helps out a lot. Mm-hmm.
All right, so you've got Marshalltown lady, you've got an East Marshall, BCL UW?
Yeah.
West Marshall, and then
there's 2 from Marshalltown.
2 from Marshalltown. Okay.
And then about 90% sure we added another one from BCL today.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So that's going to help out. I mean, she's new to bowling, but it's going to help out in case Cam can't go for a little bit, has to take a break, or even like Ray has some issues with her hip, and so at times she has to sit down and so it's nice to have another person in there.
And those all seem like things that are very important to be able to have good form to bowl.
yeah, for sure.
I asked, the boys, Coach Nathan Clark about MCC adding bowling. What's your thoughts on
I think
seeing
it's awesome. I mean, from getting to spend this last season also watching my daughter bowl in college, having that opportunity for kids here, I think it's going to be great. And being able to come to a place like Wayward Social and practice, I mean, it's awesome. So I look forward to what they bring here.
Yeah.
But I think if anything, it might even help us get the word out a little bit about the girls bowling program.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, I look at esports and how much that's grown at the high school and also at MCC. And you would think the two working hand in hand would also be a benefit to the bowling program.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So they're looking for a head coach for that. You're not thinking about that, are you? Or?
I'm really not.
You're busy
qualified.
enough. Right?
No, I'm not interested. I'm really not interested.
Well, you've got a daughter in college that's bowling and all that kind of stuff. So when you were looking at would that made a difference in maybe the decision there if MCC had bowling at the time or?
Oh, for her?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Devin wanted to branch out and see the world, right?
little bit at a time. You know, now it's kind of funny now that she's been in Dubuque for half a year.
Yeah.
Driving in Marshalltown's no big deal for her. Or, certain things that she wouldn't do before. Now it's like, oh, I can do that. So bigger cities are. Yeah. She's kind of wanting to move on. I think even after she gets done there and continue her education someplace else. So.
Yeah. Cam, remind me, when did you start bowling? In high school or before that?
I started bowling my 9th grade year.
Oh, okay.
I bowled for Chipola.
Okay. All right. So you got going and then just kind of been rolling with it here. What would you say, like in the past maybe year or so, that you've learned from Coach that has kind of improved your game?
Probably take my time, not be so hard on myself. And if I have one bad game, as he'd say, goldfish. Means
be a goldfish.
Be a goldfish.
Yeah. Don't let one bad mistake ruin the whole game.
Yeah, for sure. We talk about MCC and all that, with Wayward and the involvement and local bowling association. They help sponsor some of that stuff. There's U12, U15 teams, regional tournaments, all that kind of stuff. How does that, I guess, when you see somebody younger, whether it's a boy or girl, Dustin, getting that younger experience and sticking with bowling or maybe just, being with friends and all that development, what's that kind of mean to see here in the community and having bowling be a point of pride for Marshalltown?
I mean, I think it's great. The boys program is it's a great example of just it's the community, really. I mean, if you think about it, I think we're on 12 years in a row they've qualified for state. That's not easy. I mean, that's not just the same group of kids. I mean, that's every 4 years we got a whole other group of kids in there. So it's great to have that youth program. It's great to have the community involved. I think if you look at any sport and any town, there's certain towns that are known for certain sports, right? And it doesn't start at high school. So I think it's awesome that we can build our youth programs and have a place like this to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Cam, what other things do you do during the school year over there at East Marshall?
I work the concessions.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, not true.
Not true.
Oh.
All right.
I manage girls volleyball and basketball. I've done that, and I've went out for track.
Okay. All right. Well, we definitely got to get that knee healthy for track.
Yeah.
What's your specialty? What do you run?
4x1, 4x2, 200s, 100 meter.
So you got a little bit of speed in you.
Yeah. And long jump.
Okay. All right. Doing a whole lot of different things. Well, we wish you nothing but the best of luck rest of bowling season. I know time is flying. You've only got basically, a couple more weeks of the regular season before you get postseason qualifying and all that.
Yeah. So February 2nd is qualifying.
Yeah. And that'll be, is that here?
Somewhere.
Okay.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Okay. Tomorrow you'll find out.
We'll find out tomorrow.
It's here. Terry told me it's here.
Terry can't tell us that yet. It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
Well, what kind of advantage will that be?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's absolutely awesome. I mean, Linda and her crew, they've really got this qualifying down. Mm-hmm. I mean, this will be the 4th or 5th year in a row, I think, that we've held it here. Yeah. So it's nice. I mean, we get our own little special room, and we can kind of get out of the craziness, and it's absolutely.
Do you have
delightful.
a DJ and they come out of the locker room and they're all...
I'm sure we could arrange it, but it's really nice.
And you get your own starting lineups, you know.
I'm the DJ.
What would be the walkout song then?
I can't think from the top of my playlist.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that. Anyway, best of luck. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Rest up. Get that knee healthy, all right? Yeah. Dustin, always good to see you.
You too.
Always well dressed.
I'll do better next time.
Give it up for girls bowling here at Marshalltown High School. We're back with more Bobcat Live next right here on KFJB-TV.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Anytime is a great time to treat yourself at Dairy Queen. From legendary blizzards and cakes to juicy burgers and crispy fries. Whatever you're craving, we've got you covered. Both Marshalltown locations have all your lunch and dinner favorites to keep you smiling and coming back for more. Right now, try the sauced and tossed sweet chili chicken strip basket, frosted sugar cookie blizzard, or the holiday nog shake. Don't wait. Swing by either Marshalltown location or get Dairy Queen delivered today.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Back in on Bobcat Live, Brandon Lewis with you here tonight inside the dining room at Wayward Social. As thanks to everybody coming out tonight and talking a little esports now. We've got MCC esports coming up in just a little bit, but want to talk Bobcat esports and of course head coach during the winter, Jose Ramirez. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. That's good. All right. So you've got, I know I reach out to Logan and he reminds me, oh yeah, that's right. Jose's the coach during. I mean, you guys, but all are busy. You've got your daytime job, then you got your esports coaching gig. How fun is it though to work with everybody and kind of keep things all in line and work with different kids all the time?
Yeah, when honestly the school season starts, I just know that my schedule is going to be full all the time. So, I always have to try to make some room in there for work-life balance. But, it's honestly great just after work going, and especially working at the school, just going straight into the esports room and helping out the kids and just, building that connection with all of them and essentially being part of almost every season, helping everyone out a little bit here and there. So, it's really great just going in there and being familiar with everyone, and then everyone just kind of getting familiar with me and just building that connection, which then also, helps me out to steal some kids from each season and be like, hey, come play Overwatch. So.
You're recruiting in there all the time. I like it. Chris Ruano Ramirez on Bobcat Live. Chris, what year are you in high school?
I'm a junior.
Junior? All right. How long you been playing esports through freshman year?
No, sophomore year, so
sophomore
2 years.
Okay. All right. And you were telling me that you play, I forgot it now. Rocket League. Thank you. All right. So my counterpart, Dave, who's normally here, my producer, I don't know. Elijah, do you play Rocket League? Do not. All right. Dave, my normal producer, he plays Rocket League. He loves Rocket League. He was showing me a little bit about it. I've never personally played it, but what's it like getting into playing Rocket League? Because basically, you've got vehicles and you're playing soccer. and you're trying to score. What is that like getting into that game?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard at first when you first start off. You get in there, you're like, okay, let me get a feel for this game, and then you're like, okay, it's kind of fun, but then when you're like, you know what, let me see if I could try to get, to the higher level, and then you start realizing, wow, this game is it's not easy.
What's the most challenging thing when you're on a team trying to play another team and strategize and all that good stuff?
I mean, when you get into a team, you're like, okay, I have two guys with me. I need to learn how they play, how they think, especially because if you don't know how they think, then you might have times where you end up stacking up on each other instead of working around each other, and that could be bad for the team. But once you get in there, you really start to realize how much fun the game could be.
All right, so you've got I think you've got four more races or so, right in that range?
Yeah, some of them got rescheduled just because of weather related. So,
okay.
A few more games, I think.
Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about how your season's gone so far and what you've been happy about.
Well, I mean, for now, the season, we haven't been off to a great start. We haven't had a lot of wins, but we could easily come back from that. We could rebuild our team as we've been working on building a team since we haven't had a lot of players. But since we've been building our team, I think we could easily make a comeback. We're just working on our team chemistry, and I think that's something we do have now, and it could be easy to get into it.
Yeah. All right. Overwatch 2 is also going on right now. So how both seasons been going in your eyes?
Yeah, so for sure, just kind of to go back to what Chris is saying, Rocket League has been a little bit of a rocky start, but for sure building that team chemistry, as Chris is saying. I think for sure finally getting some of the right players in and kind of starting to iron out some of the inconsistency issues that we were having. So, but I think for sure, like Chris said, we can come back from that one. Overwatch, on the other hand, has been off to a great start. We starting out 4-0, so haven't lost a game yet, knock on wood. But yeah, just getting prepared, making sure the kids are ready and getting them in that game mentality and watching, our next opponents and making sure we get the right game plan and set so that we can keep that streak going. Yeah.
Have you taken on Chris in Rocket League yet?
I have not. I'm very terrible at that game,
okay.
So I tend not to play games I'm bad at. But I mean, if you want to,
that's a good strategy.
If you want to do a game Rocket League and game Overwatch, then I'll for sure do that with him. 'Cause I'm pretty decent.
What's esports kind of mean to you as far as something to be able to do with your friends and also you're playing a game and having fun, that kind of thing?
I mean, yeah, I think it's a fun thing. You do meet new people that you probably would have never thought you would probably meet. Sometimes you walk in, you're like, wow, these people are doing it. I never expected them to be doing esports. And, I think it's a great outlet for people, if they go in there and meet new people and play games. It's also just a good time, because, I mean, obviously, one of the greatest things, I mean, sometimes you do get to leave early from the class, especially on a bad day. It's great because you're like, wow, I don't even want to be in this class, but and then you're like, wow, I do get to leave early to get the game. So I mean, it's great. It's a great thing.
Which brings me to my next question: how's finals week go for you?
It's gone great.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
passing for sure.
Good. What other games do you like to play or you involved in?
I've been thinking about joining the Rainbow Six Siege team next year, possibly. Mainly just because I feel like it could be fun to do, and I have been hearing that the team will need new players as they have. It was 2 seniors on the team, so they are losing a few players, and that could be an option there.
Yeah. So you'll be practicing up during the summer and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I might.
Yeah. What other activities or things are you involved in during the school year?
I've been involved in soccer. I did soccer for 2 years. I'm considering right now doing it again for this year. Not set on that, but yeah, I did soccer twice.
Okay, all right. Anything else you want to make sure you get out to all the esports fans as far as upcoming matches or how to watch, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so we have a match coming up this Tuesday, next week. We will be playing against Linmar, which Linmar is also an undefeated streak, so that'll be a good matchup. And I did finally recruit Chris to actually run my stream as well, so you can watch it at Bobcat Esports and have Chris commentate for me on Tuesdays.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's usually where we stream all of our games, or you can even watch our games in person too at the esports room at the high school.
Yeah, that's cool. Last question for you, because we've got MCC Esports. What's it meant to have a relationship with them and see, a lot of the Bobcats in the esports program go on to play there?
Yeah, it's honestly been fantastic, coming back and seeing one of my day ones, Ethan, over there. He was part of the original crew that started out. And, I was talking to Nate earlier, too, about our season and kind of going in and just having that connection to, hey, we have these kids who are interested. And, he was talking about having seniors out there to have, to tour visit and whatnot. So, it's just been fantastic to get these kids in general excited to have, hey, you guys have this championship level, college here in your backyard.
Yeah.
This is something that you guys should set your eyes on. So it's been fantastic for sure.
Cool. Hey, give it up, Jose and Chris on Bobcat Live. Best of luck rest of the season, all right?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll be back with more right after this on KFJB-TV.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit visionsource-marshalltowneyecare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Eat at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and support the Bobcats when you order the Bobcat Burger. 2 juicy quarter-pound beef patties stacked with crispy bacon, sautéed onions, and a mouth-watering blend of American, cheddar, Jack, and Swiss cheeses, all on a toasted bun with fresh shredded lettuce. And here's the best part. $1 from every Bobcat burger sold goes to Marshalltown High School activities. Satisfy your burger craving and support the Bobcats at the same time. Only at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Well, it's esports night tonight as Nathan Rodemeyer, as well as assistant Max Peterzak on Bobcat Live. Great to have you back. It's been about a year since we last saw you.
Yeah, it has been. Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, I tell you, seeing guys like that, Chris, a junior in high school, excited about esports. We even mentioned already, another Bobcat coming on here tonight. Just seeing, kind of a little bit of, I guess, if you want to call it a feeder program into the esports program out there at MCC. How exciting is that to you, living in this community and just seeing it grow?
It's incredible to have that opportunity here. I'm also a Marshalltown native. I grew up, born and raised here, graduated from the high school, went to MCC. And so being able to have the opportunity to bring the Bobcats from MHS out to MCC and have them continue that has been amazing. The Bobcats will always have a home on that Tiger roster, so it's been really great to build that relationship.
Yeah. You have a ton on the roster. Tell me about your teams this year.
We've got 90 total across the entire program. We just came off the most successful season that we've had in program history. In one season alone, we earned 11 national championships.
That's amazing.
I don't even have words for it. Max is he's got the largest single team on the program. He's got about 20 students alone.
I think I have 18.
Okay, 20.
18?
Yeah, 18.
Okay. And what's that in?
Super Smash Brothers.
Okay, all right. That always seems to be a very popular.
Yeah, always.
and they just came off of winning both the singles format and the teams format that they played in. So that's a 2-in-1 season for the Smash team.
Wow,
and
that was
amazing. That was our first team national championship as well. So that was really cool.
Wow. So what is it? I mean, why? Why 11? What separates you guys from everybody else?
We actually coach.
I
think a lot of it is like the environment that we build as well. Yeah.
Yeah. we're big on environment. We're big on culture. We're big on student leadership. A couple of students you guys will talk to later are fantastic examples of that. We have a robust coaching staff. Our director Andrew, myself, Max, and then we have 5 additional coaches on top of that. And so we really try to make sure that there's a dedicated person for every team. A lot like the high school does it, because you got Jose, Sebastian, Rainen, all of them kind of take a season, right?
Yeah.
And we kind of take that approach with our games as well. And having that expertise is really great. And then we have student captain positions, and we actually have a meeting Monday. They have a lot of responsibility, and they help usher forward a lot of what we're doing as well. So there's a lot of moving parts.
Well, and not only that, but I've heard that it's helped MCC as a school itself just to have that amount of kids in the program, and they've seen a rise in other programs that maybe haven't seen a ton of kids in the past. There's a lot of kids that obviously playing video games and working in maybe like an IT field or something probably go a little bit hand in hand. I'm sure you've got that technical side to the brain. So where have you kind of seen that also help out MCC as a school?
Oh, yeah. We have an incredible computer networking program thanks to Rob Buchwald there, and a ton of our students are in Rob's program. We have a ton of students in Joe Frowen's program. Joe obviously used to be at Marshalltown High School, and she took over the digital media program a few years back. Elijah, right there over on the side, he's in that program, right?
Yeah.
And so we're seeing a lot of growth in those things. Just a lot of engagement in that college in general. We really have transformed from being, when I was at MCC, it was definitely a commuter school, right? I went there, I did my classes, I went back home. There's so many activities going on every single week. It's the local students that are doing it. It's the students out in the dorms that are doing it. All of those things are happening because there's so much pride in being a Tiger and being out there on that campus.
Yeah. And then you also shared with me that not only are they playing and go to school, but also doing a good job in school. You had 34 all academic.
Yeah. So the ICCAC for the first time reached out to the esports team and said, hey, how many students do you have that are all academic or all region academic? And it was 34. And so I don't know what the split is between first and second team off the top of my head. And then the Dean's List just came out, and 26 of our 90 students are on the Dean's List, including 8 alone on Max's Smash team. So
that's the key. We're recruiting those Super Smash Brothers.
Hey, what can I say, man? What can I say?
Max, what's it mean to see kids from everywhere? I mean, it's not just Marshalltown. I mean, you look down and there's kids from all over the place coming into the program. Or young adults. I guess you'd say they're not really kids anymore.
Yeah. I think it's really nice. I grew up in Minnesota, and so it's like seeing them be able to come and get a new experience, like how I did, but I didn't do esports. I think it's really nice. And then just seeing them kind of blossom in their own way.
Yeah.
I think is another really nice thing that we can do for them.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to get this in because I thought that was kind of cool. Big Brothers, Big Sisters. You have a charity tournament. Tell me a little bit about that.
We do. So we ran the first ever one last summer, and so we just got the emails out right before break saying, hey, what are we doing this time? And so that first event was really great. We raised just over $1,000 for that first initial event that took place out at Emerson. So we worked with Brooklyn Schleveen and Mark Henson and those teams out there, and we're going to get together on that. Last time when we were there, Max was a key part of that as well, and we were talking about incorporating another day to that or another afternoon to that, where we'd include Super Smash Brothers as well. So it was a Mario Kart tournament. I think we're looking at expanding it to being both Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, and so we're just in some initial planning for that, but wanted people to put that on their radars.
Yeah. And last question I want to make sure that I ask you about. I've seen the Bobcat esports room. I've not been to your guys' esports, but you tell me that some renovations are happening.
Yeah. There's always projects going on in the college, whether it's esports or not. We, over the summer, Max, myself, Luis, Brecken, a couple of our other students as well, spent an enormous amount of time taking the bookstore space because our bookstore is online now, right? So the merchandise is all in the library and the Tiger Shop. And the bookstore space is now a secondary competition space for esports. So we have the PC arena that we had in 2022, and now we also have a full console room that we have. That front half is also open to the general student population, so anybody can come in there, hang out, eat, play some games, relax, kind of build that community aspect that we're talking about. And then we're even going into a third area, so there's more projects coming down. There's going to be a shared space. It's going to be an academic space with the digital media program, as well as a spectator space for esports. So the Helio Portes Theater, we're going to bring the drop floor back. For those of you guys who know what that was like, that was awesome. and then we're going to turn that into a multi-use space for esports, digital media, community events, things like that. So we're really excited to begin work on that project this spring.
I mean, you're putting together, just with all the other improvements that got on it, it's just a high-level place to further your education at.
Definitely.
And work at, too, right?
Absolutely. I love it. I love it.
Thanks so much for coming on, Nathan and Max. Great to see you guys. Keep up the great work, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Give it up, MCC Esports. We'll talk with some of the athletes when we come back here on KFJB-TV.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto. It's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live. Brandon Lewis with you as we talk MCC Esports. Chloe Sink with us. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I read a little bit about you, obviously from Marshalltown. You're a sophomore at MCC. Your gamer tag is Salty Dragon 88, and you love to play Marvel Rivals. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
But most importantly, you're captain on the team, I read.
I am.
What's that kind of mean to you?
It's something I've been working for ever since I learned what esports is. I started on controller, moved to PC, didn't really think I'd end up a captain, so getting there was just kind of a big achievement for myself personally.
Yeah. Growing up, did you ever think that esports would ever be a thing? No?
No. I was like, all these little video games are just a hobby.
Yeah.
Spare time.
But then it's turned into so much more, and to see it grow, it's almost been kind of overnight, I guess what you would say, transformational as far as what you've seen at Marshalltown High School and then now at MCC. So seeing that growth and being able to kind of continue to do something you enjoy on the side, what's that kind of mean to your college experience?
Honestly, it adds a lot of motivation for me to try harder. The better the grades are, the less likely I am to lose a spot on the team. Personally, it's my biggest motivation in academics. If I do well there, I know I can do well in competition.
Yeah, that is cool. All right, Scott, you're from Marshalltown as well, and you're an honor grad. Is that right?
Yeah. I made the dean's list this semester, so
okay.
Tried real hard. And, I've been out of school for a minute. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm quite the traditional student. But yeah, I just tried and made the dean's list and got surprised.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your story and what led you back to MCC.
Oh, geez. Well, I graduated high school here in Marshalltown in 1999. And
just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, just a couple.
I was 05, if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah, it makes me feel real good. But I left for the military and then got a medical discharge from the military. And then I went to college in 2000. Then I found out I was going to be a dad. And I was like, well, I don't think I can juggle all this stuff. So I dropped out of college and went to work and supported my kids. But now my kids are all grown up. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go back to school.
That's cool.
And, I've been working with Max for years and years. We ran a business together here in town for a while and worked together before that. And he was coaching out at the college. I was like, you know what? I've still got a little left in me, so went ahead and went for it.
Yeah, that's a cool story. What branch did you serve in the military?
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for your service. We appreciate that. And you like to play Street Fighter.
Yep.
So tell me about what's your strength?
My strength is experience. I've been playing Street Fighter since Aladdin's Castle at the mall in the early 90s. So, I've got a lot of experience. And when I was in high school, we didn't have esports, but we had a lot of local tournaments and stuff all over the state. So I used to drive to Iowa City and drive to Des Moines and, plop quarters in arcades and play tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
So, esports was, not even a dream when I was in high school, but something that I always wanted to do, and when they offered it out here, I was like, yeah, I'm in.
Just a reminder that, drink responsibly. You have to be 21. But that leads me to my next point. My wife had never been to an arcade bar, and we went on our anniversary, and I showed her my favorite game of all time, NFL Blitz.
Oh, I love NFL Blitz. Yeah. Good choice.
She was like, "You were a kid again there." I was I was. So anyway, that was one of those things. But it is fun. It's such a nostalgic piece. Is that what it is for you a little bit too? Playing, I mean, it kind of conjure up, childhood memories, that kind of thing.
So I'm playing on something completely different than what I played in childhood. I played on controller versus now I play on a computer. So it's not nostalgic at all. It's a completely new thing.
But that's got to be kind of cool to be able to learn all those new things and techniques. Do you play solo or you with a team?
It's a team game. It's a team of 6.
Okay, all right. I'm not well versed in that game, so I apologize.
It's new. I don't expect you to be.
That's awesome. Keep up the great work. Both great to chat with both of you, and wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much. Give it up to Scott and Chloe out here at Bobcat Live right here on KFJB-TV.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Tired of just looking for a job? Find a career you'll love. Marshalltown Community College is enrolling now for spring classes. Your future starts here. We offer hands-on career training leading directly to in-demand jobs, from technical skills to healthcare. Our expert faculty and advisors help you find your path. We have flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs you can complete entirely online. Stop waiting. Invest in your future today. Spring classes start January 20th. Enroll now. Visit MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Back in on Bobcat Live here on KFJB-TV. Great to have you along, as now joined by DJ Norum, assistant coach for Marshalltown Bobcats. There we go. We're back on camera. Thanks to our very own Keith, our technician here on the scene. DJ, are you much of a music fan? You like music?
Country music guy.
Country music guy?
Yeah.
All right. I've never told anybody this, but I always listen to music on my way into games, when I drive from home to the games, and even when I come to Bobcat Live. So you were my inspiration tonight.
There we go. All right.
Lil Wayne, go DJ.
Hey, I'll take it. It's a good pump-up song back when I was in high school.
It is a great song. So thank you for that, by the way.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about JV. How's it going? Because obviously you're involved with the varsity program, but a coach on the JV as well. So how's the lower levels been looking so far this year?
We're playing hard. We're really young. I feel like that's a broken record every year I'm on here. But
yeah.
We're always young. But the girls play hard. It's really cool. We have 18 total JV girls this year, so we have enough for a JV2 team. And that's just a testament to the older girls, upperclassmen, creating the program. We have a lot of young girls on the sidelines and the baselines watching games. So hopefully we keep growing, and it's been good.
Yeah. Obviously, the varsity's at 8-4 right now, heading into this one. I look at that Waterloo East game that was a nail-biter, lost it there at the end, but that is honestly one of the, I've been calling games since 2019. That was probably one of the I mean, the craziest moment was Fort Dodge last year when Kinsley hit that shot.
Yep.
But at home, to see Millie hit that shot, and the place was just going crazy.
It was awesome,
and seeing some of the young girls behind the bench this year, getting younger girls excited. I just feel like that is where it's going to start to continue what this junior and senior class and some of the other younger players who have helped grow the Bobcat girls program what it is today. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's been good. We have a really good girls program. We have a lot of good numbers out. Wednesdays we do kind of like a middle school night. We come to practice, do some drills on Wednesdays.
Yep.
So I think that's helped keep girls out. We had a lot. The freshmen here were there last year with me at practice. We had a big freshman group this year out. So hopefully it's good signs to come. We retain girls, and then we keep building the way we've been going.
Yep. Well, that's what I tell one of those 8th grader girls that shows up there, Collins.
Yes.
My stepdaughter.
Yes.
I said, you gotta recruit other girls. You gotta keep them excited,
absolutely.
and I love that she's doing that because I think that experience, regardless if it was her or somebody else, I just think being around the program makes a difference because even Coach Murphy's talked about it that like some of these girls that are on the team now, they've been playing for a while with some of the other girls and how much that's changed, and it used to maybe not be the case, and now that's only helping. You're not having to always teach some of the basics, right?
Right. It's a big benefit for them to come and get experience at the high school level, and maybe like, hey, I'm not going to be scared to go out next year. They always get kind of nervous coming to high school and then for sports. But like I said, we have 2 JV teams this year. We have had a lot of games. A lot of girls played a lot of time, and 2 of the young ladies you're going to talk to next play JV for me.
Yep.
And it's good to see them at the varsity level getting minutes and doing well. So that's just what we're continuing to do.
Yeah. 41-8, take care of business on Tuesday night against a little bit of a down north team. I know Monday was a little rough, but you've had finals week. There's a lot of stuff. Finally, a couple days off, and you've had a little bit of practice to get in. Roosevelt, obviously, seems like they've always got a tough squad. They're 9-4 heading into this one coming up tomorrow night. Tell me kind of your key that you're looking at that the ladies have to do well to pull off the victory tomorrow.
2 words: get healthy.
Yeah.
As Murphy wanted me to remind you, you kind of jinxed us of our healthiness.
I knew he wouldn't let it go.
No, we just got to come ready to play, play hard and physical. We have so much length and height that with that you can be in any game. They have a few guards that are really quick and good as shooters, but they're all pretty small. So, with our length, we can cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, sounds good. DJ, thanks for the time. Good to see
Always
you as always.
pleasure.
Yep. DJ Norm, give it up here as we continue to talk girls basketball when we come back here on KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live. Thanks so much for joining us out here live inside the dining room. It's Friday night football. Friday night basketball. I don't know where that came from. Coming up tomorrow night as the Roosevelt Rough Riders will be in town. Join Wayward Social for the 5th quarter. After the game tomorrow night, students pay just $6 for unlimited bowling and get some pizza. And parents also stop out while the kids are bowling. You can go in Rosie's and grab a drink in there as well. So it'll be a great time. Coming up tomorrow night after the Bobcat ladies take on Roosevelt. The game will be right here on KFJB starting at 6 with our coverage and tip-off right around 6:15. All right, so we talked to DJ as we welcome in Kira Halstead as well as Mallory Myron. Coach was talking about JV and the importance of it, but for both of you playing JV, and then also we've seen you quite a bit this year out there on the varsity floor, where do you feel like you've kind of grown the most in your games so far this year, Kira? No? Nothing?
I don't
Come
know.
on. Yeah, I mean, the experience, right? I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's
actually...
Yeah.
Mallory, all right. We saw you a little bit last year at the varsity level, but this year I felt like you've looked a little more comfortable in your role out there when you've gotten out there. Tell me a little bit about, playing JV and varsity and how maybe you feel like you've helped grow as well.
I think my defense has grown a lot. I've been a lot more confident with trying to steal the ball and stuff and blocking shots and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, took care of business against North on Tuesday night. Good feeling to get back on the win track and set up a big game tomorrow night. Kira, tell me, you got to give me something. What's your key to beat Roosevelt tomorrow night?
Just play really good defense on the perimeter because they're really good shooters.
Yeah. Mallory?
Yeah, I would agree. They have a lot of good three-point shooters, especially, too.
Yeah. Mallory, you ran cross-country this year. And Kira, I know you play soccer. Two very endurance-minded sports. How do you feel like soccer helps you or maybe basketball helps you for soccer, or soccer helps basketball, but staying in shape and just staying active, that kind of thing?
It really helps with my stamina, for sure, on the basketball court. And then both, I feel like the defensive techniques are both similar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you're marking a defender out there on the soccer field, I mean, that's a lot. You're going, it's like basketball is pretty nonstop, but soccer is legitimately nonstop, that is for sure. And so is cross country. I mean, once the race starts, you're going. So how did that kind of help you, lead you into to basketball season?
It did help with stamina a lot, I think, and just getting through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's the best part in your mind about being on this girls' basketball squad?
I don't know. The girls?
The camaraderie with everybody. Mallory?
Yeah, I would say the team.
Yeah, yeah. What other things are you involved in during the school year?
Just basketball, soccer, and I do cross country too.
Okay. Mallory?
I do cross country and track too.
Okay. All right. You've got a running theme.
Yeah.
Are you the long distance in track?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured. All right. Soccer's right around the corner here.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to believe. What do you think about last year? I remember, I think it was the last home game. There was 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Keith was down there on the sideline. Luckily, we were in the booth.
Yeah, I bet it was a lot better up there.
That was not a lot of fun to be out there, but I believe you got the win in that one.
Yeah, I think we did.
This is the last one of the season. I can't remember, but anyway, looking forward to soccer season as well. But looking more importantly to Friday night coming up as you will tip off at 6:15. Ladies, thanks for the time. Thanks for coming on tonight. All right, give it up for Mallory and Kira Halstead on Bobcat Live. We talk boys basketball when we come back here on KFJB-TV.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Back in on Bobcat Live. Now welcome in boys basketball head coach Mike Apple, coming off a tough loss on Tuesday night on the road at Des Moines North, 59-54. I saw you on Wednesday, still looking over the film from North. I know you're probably like Bill Belichick. We're moving on to Roosevelt, but you've had 4 losses this year, but 3 of them have been extremely tight. I think that just kind of goes to show the effort and the mindset of your team. What's your thoughts on them and how they respond to a loss and bouncing back here coming up Friday?
Well, number one, you lose a few games and you get bumped down to the last spot in Bobcat Live. Last spot now. That's all it takes. You lose a few games. Now we're at the end. No.
I know
guys,
you got a wife and family to get home to.
Our guys have been all season. They really bounce back, and they're pretty consistent every day in practice and how hard we work and how we prepare. And that's part of the reason why we've had some success this year is you keep on moving forward and focus on that day and focusing on improving and getting better and getting ready for Roosevelt, in this case, Friday.
When you suffer a loss this year, or like the Ames game, or even Tuesday night like North, what in your mind, or maybe your coach, assistant coach Brynja Brynjolfsson, do you guys really look at out of those games as far as teaching points to your guys?
I think that was one where we really had a hard time kind of controlling one guy, and kind of one guy beat us there. And it takes a team effort when somebody's got it going like that. And we also look at ourselves as coaches and self-reflect, and that's kind of the first thing we do, and figure out ways of how we could have guarded him better or thrown different things at him. And those are things you look at just to help prepare you the next time. I didn't think we necessarily guarded the drive as well as we have at times, and that opened up their guys in the corners, and they did a good job of knocking down shots. But I mean, number 12 really kind of was the one that beat us there. Mm-hmm. And he's a good player, and if he gets it going, it's tough to slow him down.
Because like in that Ames game, I look back, they had a couple fast breaks on a steal and a couple slams, I believe, in that one, but there wasn't those. I mean, it was really tough for them to get a lot of consistent opportunities inside the paint. You're going to have to do that tomorrow night as well, because Charlie King, averaging over 21 points a game, he's been starting since a freshman. It's hard to believe he's only a junior. I feel like we've been playing that kid for 10 years now. But being able to stop him, shut him down. I felt like a little bit, though, like on Tuesday night, Drake got a little bit of foul trouble. You had to make some switches, and that's the kind of thing. As long as he stays out, that's really who you want on that one-on-one matchup, right?
The foul trouble, we had a lot of foul trouble. That definitely hurt us too. We had Drake with 2, Lars had 2 at the end of the second quarter there, and Jamison had 2. And their zone. We had a hard time against their zone. We didn't really have a lot of time to prepare for that. A little indecisiveness at times, not knowing where to go with the ball. That did get a lot better as the game went on, but just some turnovers there. We call it, unforced turnovers where they're not really doing much. We're just kind of throwing it at their hands and they're stealing it. So a combination of kind of those things, we learn from it. We move on. We're a lot better than that. And like I said, it's not the end of the world. We just got to learn and keep going forward and be ready for tomorrow night.
And despite a loss, I mean, holy smokes, you had 3 guys with 13, 1 with 11, and I mean, the multitude of guys in scoring figures. It's just not just one. To match that up with your defense, which has been really good this year as well, that kind of just makes the squad overall just more of a tougher threat for other teams, right?
Yeah. I thought Damian had a really good game Tuesday. I thought he was aggressive. I thought he shot it with confidence. He took good shots at the right times. And that's great to see from him, just playing with a lot of confidence. And that's a guy, he's got the ability to score it. Lars is here tonight as well. We're working on him, and he's a guy that has the ability to score it too. Just getting a little more comfortable out there. He kind of understands his roles to, be the guy, a scrappy guy, defender, rebounder, and he's done an excellent job at that. But there's times he has the ability to score it as well. So we're just continuing to work on him, and it's not just him; it's other guys as well. Just grow their confidence and be able to score it at times when you got the opportunity to do so.
Since they're on and they're coming up next, just tell me a little bit about your thoughts on seeing. Because I'm sure for a coach it's hard to think we're going to put 2 freshmen out there, but they've risen to the occasion and delivered. Lars is top 15 in offensive rebounds in the state, and Damian, he poured in 3 threes the other night, I believe it was, against North,
Yep.
and handled those moments. He's been able to handle the ball in some high pressure moments. Putting those guys, and then not only do you put them there, but they've delivered for you.
No, I'm extremely proud of them, and it's not an easy thing to do as freshmen. And then they've handled it extremely well, and their confidence is continuing to grow. They show up, they know how to work and practice, they understand what we're doing. They're going to continue to get better and better, and it's an exciting thing to think about having these guys for another 3 years after this, and just the continued growth and what you can build off of that when you got guys that are in the program for that long. It's huge for us. But just speaking to this season and what they're able to do has been obviously huge for our team, and in a lot of ways the difference in our season and having success is these guys stepping up and filling a role that we needed.
Yeah, we talked about it in our pregame chat the other night, but maybe if you didn't see that, Kyle Smith, obviously, on Monday, big night. He made 8 threes, 32 points. He passed Drake Capello, who had 173 made threes in program history. And Kyle is kind of running away with that. It'll be hard to find somebody that's going to chase him for sure in that category. But what's he meant to your program? And I don't know a person who doesn't ask me about Kyle Smith or what'd you think? There's a lot of excitement about him in the community.
Yeah, he's when you think about how you want your best player to act and the leadership skills and everything, you would just give an example of Kyle Smith and how he goes about it. And I think these 2 freshmen could attest to that as well. Just kind of the leader he's been, and bringing these guys along and being there for them when they need them. And I've said this many times to a lot of different people, college coaches and everyone. I've never seen Kyle have a bad day of practice, and that's not just like him making shots. It's just how hard he practices and with intent and focus. And it's the same drills we're doing that he's done for 3 years, and he just does it at a high level. And that's part of the reason of why he has success and why I think he'll be really, really good at the next level. I think he's a little underlooked right now, but you get a guy like that does it on an everyday consistent basis at that college level, where they give him some training, they get him in the weight room and get him stronger. He could be really, really good player.
Yeah. Does he have interest out there right now? Any offers?
Some junior colleges are looking at him, some NAIAs around Iowa. MCC's talked to him a lot. We practiced at MCC today, actually. So, he's getting more and more looks. We talked to Kyle, just focus on the season. It'll take care of itself. And, play the right way. There's nothing you need to do that you haven't been doing. And we'll figure out a spot for you when it's all said and done.
I look at him and I don't know. I spent a lot of time at the D2 level at North Alabama and Minnesota State Mankato, and went over and lost quite a few times when we played Southwest Minnesota State.
Yep.
Obviously, you're very familiar with the D2 level. I feel like he could, like you mentioned, get in the weight room, have that development at the college level. I feel like he's like that right level. That's like a really good level. Not to say he couldn't be a D1 guy eventually, but Like that is a good level for him.
He could be like all conference, all close to all American at that level. You think NAIA is kind of the same thing. Just his ability to shoot it is at elite level where you get some guys around him that can get him the ball and he's not getting face guarded every game and that's kind of where I see him too.
Yeah. It's been certainly fun to watch him, and I'm sure it's been fun to coach him, as you alluded to.
Oh yeah, it has, and not just him. It's just this whole group, and obviously it helps having senior leadership that kind of steers everybody in the right direction. I thought Jacob's been great in that way too.
Yeah,
I mean phenomenal.
Yeah,
and it's just been a really fun group to coach, and we got a lot of season left, and excited to continue to build on this and keep moving forward.
We'll talk to Lars and Damien coming up. Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Coach Apple, we'll move him back to the number one segment next time.
Better get a win Friday.
We'll be back and wrap up Bobcat Live when we come back.
Your home for the Bobcats. KFJB-TV. Streaming all year on YouTube.
Back in on Bobcat Live. Great to have you along tonight. Brandon Lewis with you. Now welcome in Damian Segovia, guard for the Marshalltown Bobcats, and Lars Schoenfelder as well. As, all right, Coach mentioned it. Freshmen stepping in. You guys have delivered. How much more confident do you feel now compared to game number one, Damian?
Really more confident because I have the people around me, supporting me, saying, just keep on shooting.
Yeah. Lars, how about you?
I think it's way more confident and more comfortable, I'd say, than the first game.
Yeah. I saw you guys play in the Marshalltown leagues. Of course, I'm sure you know my stepson Deegan and playing with him and watching you guys and just seeing the development. How much do you feel like playing with those Marshalltown teams kind of help develop you and get the experience and maybe know the terminology when you go to practice or different things like that? Damien?
I think it's very well because, you grow up with these people. You play with them basically your whole life and just the chemistry you have.
Yeah, kind of know the tendencies. Lars, what's your angle on that?
Yeah, I would say it would be like the connection with your teammates. You've been playing with them for a while, so it's easier to get along and know what they're going to do.
Yeah. We saw you, obviously, a lot rebounding, making those tough physical plays. You're one of two guys on varsity to have a pick this year. To come up and make an impact on varsity, though, what's that meant to you to get that and know that, the coaches are obviously recognizing you're putting in the work.
Yeah. I don't know.
You just go out there and play?
Yeah.
Damien, we've seen you knock down some big buckets. Kyle's knocked down a ton of big buckets in his time, and we know that. I always see him in there shooting. Even when it's football season, he's still shooting it. Is that kind of you, or are you a gym rat? You like to get those shots in?
Well, I try, but not very often.
Lars, what's been the biggest noticeable thing jumping up from, obviously coming from middle school to high school in your mind? What's the biggest difference playing at the varsity level?
I would say the level of how good the other players are and how physical they are. They're a lot more physical than they were before.
Yeah. What would it be for you, Damien? Is it speed or anything like that?
Height, very much height. I'm not the tallest person on the court. There's way more people taller than me. I don't know the height.
Yeah, you can't teach height, but you definitely can find some ways around, and you've been able to create and score. Does that just come naturally, or is that something you work on finding a way to scoop and score and get around those big guys?
It just comes naturally.
Yeah. Lars, I've seen you make some big shots. You made a big baseline jumper. What was that, Monday night?
Yeah.
How's the offense feeling for you? Is it kind of coming along for you, feeling more comfortable?
Yeah, I'm starting to get it to know better, like what to do and stuff.
How big of a challenge is that? Do you guys, when you're playing at the younger levels, I don't know how many plays you have, but compared to coming to varsity, I mean, how many play calls are you running out there or happen to know? Has that been kind of a change too, and knowing the terminologies and different stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more plays that you have to memorize and know and can't really mess up during the game.
Yeah. What's it like to be coached by Brynjar Brynjolfsson? Tell me about that.
I think it's like life. I forgot what I was going to say. I think it's good. I like that he's tough on us and that he yells at us. I think that's
good. Your brother JJ went out for basketball for a hot second last year, and then he switched to wrestling. Have you tried to recruit him back to basketball, or?
I've asked him, but I don't think he's yet.
You're beating him on a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Your brother's Fabian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I've seen him at the games, and I see your family at the games. What's that support from your family mean?
A lot. Just them coming out, knowing they care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually, if I don't see your dad, Corey, I hear your dad, Corey, Lars. But he's always there, supportive. What's that mean for you and your family being so supportive?
I think it's I like that it's like shows passion and that he cares.
Yeah, that is for sure. What's it mean to be a Bobcat, Lars?
I think it's cool. I like to be a Bobcat.
That's good. We love that school pride. That is for sure. Damian, what other things are you doing during the school year?
Just soccer and baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lars, football, basketball, what else? Baseball?
Football, basketball, baseball, a little bit of track.
Okay, a little bit.
Yeah.
How was finals week? Was it good?
Yeah.
I didn't ask if it was fun, but just guys, best of luck rest of the season. Good to see you as always, and good luck taking on Roosevelt. That'll wrap up Bobcat Live. For our producer Elijah Bond tonight, I'm Brandon Lewis. You've been watching Bobcat Live from Wayward Social. Don't forget, stop by Wayward Social tomorrow night for the fifth quarter after the game. This is your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV.